Not quite sure why I'm doing this. I've been drinking quite heavily for most of today, so if I stop making sense you all understand why. I'm 40 meters and my wife is 38. She was always adamant that we wouldn't have children. I wanted them but loved her more than the idea of becoming a father. We met when I was 20 and she was 18 and were married by the time I was 22. She came from a very privileged background and her parents did not approve of me. They are of the opinion that she married below her social station. A few months ago she visited her parents and her father bought her a new car. Her parents have serious money and I trusted her, so it wasn't something that I questioned. Plus she's always received gifts from her father over the years. Why would this one be any different? A couple of weeks ago she told me that she was pregnant and I was ecstatic. Happier than I've ever been. But it didn't last long. I got a call from a friend and he told me that he'd seen her with her brother-in-law, sister's husband, while she was visiting her parents. She hadn't told me that she'd seen him. They've always had a weird dynamic that's made me uncomfortable, but I consoled myself with the view that she had chosen me. She could have been with him, but she had chosen me. My friend sent me some pictures and it changed things. The images showed a couple that were very close. The image showed them gazing and holding each other. The intimate gestures of one's familiar with each other. Her gazing at home with a look that I had hoped was reserved for myself. His hands in her hair as he kissed her. Turns out it's more than likely he bought her the car. I confronted her about it, asked her what happened, but she lied. Told me she hadn't seen him. Told me that I should know the score between them, that she has to be civil. Very ducking civil. I showed her the pictures and told her to leave. That was a week ago. Then I did the maths in my head and realized the dates line up. There is a very real chance he might be the baby's father. Today I asked her for a DNA test, but she exploded at that. The thought of subjecting her baby to a test. But without one, I'll never accept this child as mine. This whole ordeal has made me reconsider my marriage. Not only that, but how honest she's been throughout it. How many of the gifts that she's received over the years have actually been from her father? Has she just spread her legs for any man that's bought her something nice? Have I quite literally married a whore? I've sent her sister the pictures. Not for any noble reason of thinking that she should know. I want to hurt my wife and brother-in-law, and that's the best way I know at the moment. On Monday I think I'm going to talk to a lawyer and set the divorce proceedings in motion. Thank you for reading, and I'm sorry if this is a mess. My mental state isn't great and I've had a lot to drink. Edit. Thanks for the support. Those that don't believe me, that's your prerogative. This is the internet and I understand your skepticism. I need her permission for a DNA test and she's made it clear that she won't give it. The next step is I get a divorce and lose half my stuff. Infidelity doesn't matter as much to the UK courts. Dyslexia and a high blood alcohol level are responsible for any spelling and grammatical mistakes. Comment 1. Yep, this exact thing happened to my nephew. He PD child support for at least 2 years before his mom was able to pay for a paternity test. He was 17 at the time the gal said she was only with him, well, lo and behold, turns out not his baby. He was never able to get 1 red cent back from her. Comment 2. That is good to hear. All the states in the US and all countries have different laws regarding child support. Some places, if a divorced parent needs child support, by default the court just checks the birth certificate to see who else is listed and that person is on the hook. That is why a lot of us are screaming to get divorced before the child is born, and or to make sure his name is not on the birth certificate until a DNA test proves he is the father. Comment 3. You do not need your CS permission to obtain a DNA test. You just need a court order signed by a judge or magistrate. I'd file that paperwork before the child is born, stating your reasoning for the test and providing whatever proofs you may have. I'd also continue searching for additional proof of her infidelity, such as phone/text/social media messages. Good luck. Comment 4. Her reaction to your wanting a DNA test is extremely concerning. There are non-invasive DNA tests available before the baby is born. The test requires a blood sample from the mother and cheek swab sample from the possible father. Fetal DNA combines with the mother's by passing into the mother's bloodstream. The fetal DNA is isolated and analyzed during the testing process, and then compared to the possible father's. You can get the results in as little as 3 days, but usually it is a 7-day wait. The test is 99% reliable. Good luck. Comment 5. What did the sister say? Has she tried to get you to forgive her? Has she accepted the blame? Has she done anything to regain your confidence? Has she apologized? Comment 6. Man, I am sorry for you. She denied you the possibilities to become a father, and now, She is probably having an affairs baby. Man, you don't waste more of your life with someone like her even if the child is yours. I think your best option is divorce her. She is a cheater and a disgusting woman. Life is too short to waste it with someone that doesn't deserve it. I hope you take the best decision for you. Sorry, English is not my first language. Comment 7. First, get a pre-birth paternity test. How you get her there? You tell her that y'all are going somewhere together and you go straight to the doctor and say that we are getting a pre-birth paternity test. If she fights you on this, then that should be a red flag to know that it may not be yours. Secondly, tell your sister-in-law and send her the pictures of what's going on. She may not leave her husband, she may, depends on it, could be financial stability. If he's buying your wife cars and giving her money, then the sister may care but still stay. Tell her anyway. Some people put their respect before money. Regardless of anything, I would start divorce proceedings because more than likely she's been having an affair with her brother-in-law for quite a bit of time. But that's up to you. Some people are dumb enough to stay. Smart people usually leave. If the child turns out to be yours, you can still take care of the child without being in a marriage with her. Plus, you don't have to really deal with her. I don't know why people assume that being co-parents you have to deal with the other parents all the time. That's untrue. You can have a third party intervene with both of you. Even if you stay, your marriage is never going to be the same. You're always going to be wondering when you see the brother-in-law and your wife what they were doing. Whenever your wife goes to her family's supposedly house, you're going to be wondering if she's meeting up with the brother-in-law. There's no need to put yourself through it. Just get out the marriage. If you don't do anything else, tell your sister-in-law. Send her the pictures. Just say, hey, blank, I don't know what's been going on, but my wife went there last week claiming to go see your parents, but a friend of mine sent me pictures with her and your husband together. I'm going to send you the pictures and you determine what you want to do with them. Comment 8. You can ask her parents who bought all of those things. Her being defensive, her yelling at you is a ploy to make you feel guilty and to back away from the truth. If your gut says do this, you do it. You feel that DNA is needed? You do it. And if you are on an open cell phone policy, then I would go for it. Comment 9. I'm sorry to hear that, but you should definitely contact a lawyer. Sometimes consultation/initial advice is free or less than the cost of retaining the lawyer. From there you can move forward with your next plan of action legally. Please stay clear-headed and focused because a child is involved. Since your wife's family has social status, I'm sure her family will be quick to seek full custody. Good luck. Comment 10. Get paternity during divorce proceedings. Rich people hate scandals. They rug sweep, but live scandalous lives. The best here is to keep those photos for divorce trial. She will accept anything to keep that out of public eye. Bro, good on telling your sister-in-law. Her scambag husband strings your wife and probably countless women along. Get that STD test done. You got good friends. Comment 11. Losing half your stuff is still better than raising another man-child not knowing. You will replace the stuff you lose. Find a woman who wants to have kids with you. If you ignore this, you will lose time. Money and stuff mean nothing. The most valuable commodity is time. Once spent, you never get it back. You wasted a lot of time on someone that does not love you. Comment 12. Do you have the option of suing your brother-in-law for paternity fraud? Not saying it would work, but that would open up legal options that could get into his finance and set up timelines. Also, with an ongoing lawsuit that might give you grounds to force a DNA test or at the very least prevent your name from being put on the birth certificate. Comment 13. This sounds like a writing story. How did your friends get those pictures? How was he that close? If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But this seems like a writing exercise or something. Comment 14. Sometimes divorce is the only thing that humbles them up. I'd get your attorney's biz card. When you're apart, send her a text. The healing can't begin until the last lie has been told. Do not respond to her texts. Go silent. Make her stew on it. You're bluffing, of course, because there's no coming back from that. But she might confess. Calmly remind her you will find out if she cheated. But baby might be yours, so be careful. Comment 15. Yeah, I think your best option is divorce if she doesn't want to do a DNA test. Make sure you tell the judge this and provide the evidence as well. It might be leverage regarding paying child support. I don't know the laws in the UK, but it is worth a shot. Either way, you need to leave this toxic family and make sure you tell your in-laws just how sick their family is with the proof of your wife banging your sister's husband. Best of luck to you and keep us posted on this and your status, my friend. Thanks you for watching. Everyday new movies. See you soon.